The word dog, spelled backward, is God. Some people smile at that and move on, but others feel something when they hear it. A recognition, because when you live with a dog, when you really pay attention, you start to notice that everything we say, the divine is, a dog simply lives. Unconditional love. Forgiveness without being asked. Loyalty that does not depend on your worthiness. Presence that never abandons. You can leave a dog alone for hours and come home to the same celebration you would receive if you had been gone a year. You can lose your temper, and an hour later, they are resting their head in your lap as if nothing happened. No grudge, no withdrawal, no punishment, just forgiveness. Just return. Just love exactly as it was before. If a human loved us that way, we would call it extraordinary. We would write poems about it. We would search for it our whole lives, and yet it has been lying at your feet this whole time. Have you ever come home on the worst day of your life? The kind of day where everything feels heavy and wrong, and you don't even know where to begin. And before you said a word, before you explained anything to anyone, your dog was already there. Already pressed against you. Already doing that thing they do where they stay quiet and steady, like they have decided they are not moving until you feel better. They did not learn that. Nobody taught them that. It comes from somewhere deeper than training, somewhere deeper than instinct. There are dogs who have sensed illness in their person before any doctor could find it. There are dogs who have woken sleeping families before danger reached the bedroom. There are dogs who position themselves so their person would not be alone in a moment of weakness. No one trained them for that exact moment, just a knowing, a love so attuned to its person that it became something almost impossible to explain. Across faith traditions that agree on almost nothing else, there is this quiet agreement. Dogs see things we don't. They feel things before we do. They stand guard over something in us that we cannot always protect ourselves. Have you ever watched your dog stare at an empty corner of a room, or refuse to enter a space that seemed perfectly normal to you, or react to a person with sudden unease before that person had done anything? Most people brush it off, but most spiritual traditions would tell you to pay attention, because your dog may be more awake to what surrounds you than you realize. And then there is what dogs teach us, just by being alive. We spend fortunes on therapy, on books, on retreats, on guided meditations, trying to learn how to be present, how to stop dragging the past into every moment, how to stop fearing the future, how to simply be here. Your dog woke up this morning and did all of it naturally. No anxiety about last week. No dread about tomorrow. Just this walk. Just this smell. Just this patch of sunshine on the floor. Just this person right in front of them, who is, as far as they are concerned, the entire world. That is not a small thing to witness every day. That is a teacher, living in your home, demonstrating what full presence looks like. Some believe that certain souls choose their lives before they arrive, that the relationships that shape us, that crack us open, that heal something we did not even know was broken, those were agreed upon before the first breath. What if your dog was one of those? What if the animal who arrived in your life at the exact moment they did, who bonded with you in the exact way they did, who has stayed beside you through whatever you have carried, what if none of that was random? What if they knew you needed exactly what they had to give? There is something undeniable about a dog who finds their person. The rescue who was passed over again and again, until one specific human walked through the door. The puppy who ignored everyone in the litter and made a beeline for the one person in the room who was quietly falling apart on the inside and did not know it yet. The old dog at the shelter, the one everyone overlooked, who somehow ended up exactly where they needed to be. These moments happen too often, too precisely, to feel entirely like chance. Think about what happens when a dog enters a room full of strangers. Walls come down, people who would not have spoken to each other start speaking. Someone bends down to pet them, and suddenly there is a conversation, a laugh, a moment of connection that would not have existed without that dog walking through the door. Dogs dissolve the invisible barriers humans spend their whole lives constructing, the armor we wear in public, the performance of being fine, the distance we keep because closeness feels too risky. A dog does not recognize any of that armor. They walk straight through it. And what about the loyalty? Because nothing in the human experience prepares you for the loyalty of a dog. Most of us have been let down by people we trusted completely. Disappointment leaves a mark that does not fully fade. It teaches us, slowly and painfully, to hold something back. And then you watch your dog wait by the door every single day at the same time, because that is when you come home. Even on the days you are late, even on the days you forget, they are there, certain, patient, believing without any evidence that you are coming, that you always come, that you would never not come. That kind of faith is rare in this world. If you have a dog in your life, you are living with that level of devotion right now. Not in a history book, not in a story, in your home, following you from room to room, waiting for you, choosing you every day, without question. Do not take that lightly. Not everyone in this world has been chosen like that, and we cannot talk about what dogs mean without sitting with the weight of losing them. Anyone who has loved a dog and said goodbye knows the particular silence that follows, the shape in the room where they used to be. The grief surprises people with its size. They feel almost embarrassed by how much it weighs, but it weighs exactly as much as the love did. And the love was real, completely, entirely real. What a dog leaves behind is never nothing. The love they gave you, the patience they modeled, the safety they created, the joy they reflected back at your worst moments, all of that lives on, in who you became while they were with you. They change us, and the changed version of us carries them forward, always. So, here is the question worth sitting with. Why did this dog come into your life? Was it to protect you from something you never saw coming? Was it to heal something that had been broken so long you had forgotten what whole felt like? Was it to teach you what unconditional love actually looks like? Or maybe it was something even simpler and even more profound. Maybe they came to remind you, on the ordinary mornings and the long, quiet nights, that you are loved, that you are seen. That something in this universe decided you were worth showing up for, because that is what they do, every single day, without fail, without anything asked in return.